Hey guys, what's up and welcome to a new League of Legends video. Now this video is going to be related to Journey to Masters, but it's going to be just not an actual episode, though it is talking about the whole series in general. Now this is going to be more of a discussion video. I want to talk about just the whole series in general and kind of my new plan of action, or my new strategy, if you want to call it, to try and attain, of course, the Master's Elo, right? Because that's the purpose of the series, and I do generally, I really actually genuinely want to get it. Just for myself, like self-pride and just showing you guys that, it's possible that I can get it. And I feel like a lot of people are along for the ride as well. So you guys, some of you I'm sure will feel kind of a sense of accomplishment, if or when, I guess, Master's Elo is achieved. But essentially throughout this video, I made a list of a few things that I thought that I can improve on and just have a kind of a new mentality or strategy when it comes to trying to play these games and play them and, record them and essentially go for the Masters Elo that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I wanted your opinion as well, let me know down below what you think, because I do generally want to get it, and I do want to obviously just generally improve as a player, right? So I want to go over the 5 things I have written down. The first of which is going to be play seriously, but for fun. Enjoying the games will increase the chance to win. So it's kind of an almost like an oxymoron, I think, right, in a way. But essentially, you want to play the games for fun at the end of the day, but you also want to play them seriously. The best example, and I've seen a lot of high-elo players have this thing where, for instance, PewDiePie, right? He plays the game a lot. He plays like hours and hours every single day. He streams almost every single day. But at the same time, he's consistently a high-elo player, right? He's always around like 700 LP Challenger, which is very, very high. It's very impressive. And the problem, another problem, but the cool thing about that is the fact that, even when he loses, sure, he'll get, I guess, a little bit mad or a little bit annoyed or, a little bit angry in certain situations, and he'll type things or say things or whatever. But the point with him, or the cool thing with him, is the fact that he'll say it, he'll be mad for those 10 seconds or 20 seconds, and after that, he moves on, right? He instantly moves on. He doesn't tilt. He doesn't let the tilt kind of accumulate. He just gets angry for a bit, moves on, starts thinking about, I guess, the future or the next step in the game or the next game in general. He doesn't just keep thinking about the past, the bad things that happen. He just, sees it, it happens, shit, you suck, whatever, blah, 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 and then you move on. And then you start figuring out the next thing to do throughout the map, or how you're going to win this game, or just things like that, right? So I think that's the best way to play. A lot of players, especially in high-elo, have that mentality where they don't really tilt. I've noticed that. They don't really tilt. They'll get mad, but they don't really tilt. They keep playing, they keep spamming games, and they don't really think about the previous game. They just move on to the next game, and that's it, right? And they play a bit more laid back. You still want to play, you still want to try hard, you still want to be serious about it, but at the same time, you don't want to always, I guess, kind of be in a sense of just be too invested in a way where you're also just going to be too tilted if something doesn't go the exact way that you want it to go. You know what I mean? So I feel like I should be a little bit more, in a way, laid back, while obviously still try-harding and wanting to win. I think that's kind of a really good mentality, right? So you don't get too invested in a bad way. The next thing is kind of related to it, not to tilt as much. So you can still make comments and whatever to people in the game, but maybe out loud, but you don't really say anything to them actually bad in the chat, right? You don't actually be like, yo, you're fucking shit, you're actually fucking bad. You don't say that stuff, right? It literally does nothing for the team, for you, for them, nothing, no one. So you don't actually fully tilt, you just move on, always think about the next step, the next game, don't type useless stuff in chat, and just improve my overall mentality on my main account, right? So usually when I play my Smurfs account, or Smurf accounts, like my Redmercy or whatever, that's around low diamond, my mentality is a lot different, I don't really care as much because I'm not as invested in that account, but at the same time, it's a good thing, because since I'm not so invested, I'm not as nervous going to the games, because on my main account, especially if I'm really close to demoting or something, I actually get really anxious or nervous to play the games, and because of that, it affects my overall, just the way I'm playing throughout the game. I'm not making the same plays that I would normally do. I'm not making the same confident decisions that I would normally do that would potentially lead into really big things for us or the team or whatever. I'm playing sometimes a little too scared almost, too scared to make a move, too scared to do this, too scared to do that, because I'm scared to lose. I'm scared to make a mistake and look bad, especially on camera, or to you guys, and I'm scared to make my potential action there be the reason that we lose. I'm scared of that to happen. And on my Smurfs, I don't really give a shit. I just do it, and a lot of the times it actually works out. But on my main account, a lot of the times, especially if I'm, again, really close to demotion or I'm on a losing streak, I'm very, very scared, and I play a lot more reserved. And I think it's a really bad thing, right? So the two go hand in hand. I gotta change my mentality in that sense, and just always play as if I'm not about to demote, or I'm not about to promote, or just play every game more or less the same. Just keep playing the way I would play regardless of my LP or my ELO or whatever. I think that's the best way to think about it, and not think about it too much in the sense of yeah, I'm on camera, and if I do this thing that's really bad, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, you suck. I have to get that mentality out of my head, essentially, and I think that'll overall improve just the way I play the map, move around the map, the decisions I make, and things like that. Number 3, play more games overall, right? To get to the top, you have to play a lot, and that includes playing games on my Redmercy account, and also practicing new champs, and just in general practicing on even Smurfs, like Redmercy for instance, that's currently D5, right? Now, a lot of the times, sometimes I try to bring out a new champion on my main account, like Talia I brought out one time, who like I barely play, but I decided to bring her out because I played her like literally once or twice a couple days ago, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I think it's time to bring her out, and I mean, it didn't work out super well, so I feel like I should stop doing that kind of stuff, play. You know, if I'm going to practice new champions, practice them on another account or in normals or something at least, just to get the mechanics down. And also just in general, play more games. Whether it's on my Smurf account to just practice League of Legends, or my main account to just play more ranked, more consistently. Because if you only play like a little bit every like few days, that's not enough to get to like the next step, you know, like Masters. Because Masters is, you know, it's getting pretty high in ELO, right? You're getting to like the top of the top players, like the best of the best. And to get there, you have to play more, you have to practice more, you have to be better. You can't just play like a couple of games here and there and expect to be playing among the best players. It just doesn't work like that. You gotta play more games, right? You gotta keep playing and practicing over and over if you want to be at the top. That's just, it's a very simple thing, right? It applies to anything in life. So I gotta do that as well. Number 4, this is a very small one, but also very important. Look at the map more. I feel like I should look at the map more in League of Legends in general. Just pay attention to the minimap, look what's happening, see who's where's what. Like see where's the jungler, where has he appeared, where he hasn't appeared, where I should go, what's warded, what isn't warded, where people are around on the map, what the enemy team is doing, where they're trying to rotate. Maybe I should go bot and split push, and the enemy team is pushing mid. I look at that, you know, I react to it in accordance to what I think is the right move. I should essentially just look at the map more often, and I remember Faker himself also said that one of the best advices he has for people trying to gain elo is look at the map every 5 seconds. Literally every 5 seconds, look at the map. See what's happening, who's ward, where's what, where are the wards, where's the champions, where's the jungler, things like that. So it's very small, but it's also like very impactful. So I gotta do that as well. And the final thing I want to talk about is playing comfort champions, and not to pick up new champs in rank for the first time on my main and practice them first. Now this is related to the 3rd point, where again, I know I brought out Talia that one game and didn't work out super well. So if I want to bring out a new champion, if I want to adjust to the meta and play champions that are currently strong in the meta, but it's not a champion I've either played a lot in general or haven't really played a lot of recently, play on a Smurf account, play in a normal, get the mechanics down, get the feel of the champion there, and then bring it into rank, right? I think that's something that's very important. Or if I'm not going to play those champions, play champions I'm comfortable on, maybe, you know, like Zed, some, you know, ADCs that I'm comfortable on, or maybe, I don't know, whatever other champions I'm comfortable on, like Cassidy, maybe Twisted Fate, you know, things like that. Things like champions that I've played a lot, and champions I feel like I can consistently perform well with, and just be, I guess, a big threat against the enemy team, you know? Which I have to do a lot as well. I have to do more of that. And I keep trying to bring in, like, new champions left and right, blah, 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 blah. I feel like I should cut down on that a little bit, and if I am going to do that, at least practice them a few times or several times before bringing in to rank on my main account. I think that's very important. But I mean, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. It was kind of a discussion video, like I said. I want to hear your guys' opinion as well. What do you think I should improve on, or how I should improve on, or whatever. So let me know down in the comments below if you think you've seen anything that I could be better at, or I could do better at in my games to achieve Masters, of course. Because I am generally trying to get it. Like, I do really want to get it. I think it'll be a, you know, a great accomplishment and whatnot. So yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. Kind of a ranting-ish sort of video, just discussion video. Kind of my new mentality or strategy to get to Masters, and hopefully it works. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it does work. But either way, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, regardless, hit it with that like button. If you want to support, I guess, my channel, or if you're, you know, excited for me to try and actually generally, you know, actually go for Masters and get Masters, hopefully soonish. I don't know, just hit it with the like button just for support, I guess, you know. Every one like will be 1 LP for me. I don't know, some shit like that. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.